Hi everybody, welcome to Gunpla TV.
Hello everyone.
Brought to you by HobbyLink Japan. We are in episode 194. And as you can see, Ryan is not in his usual spot. I think he's a little bit under the weather, or he's a little too busy, or a combination of both. Again. So, you know, I have asked Todd to fill in, and Ryan has also tasked Todd with something important.
Yes.
So we'll get to that in a minute here. But first we're going to talk about just what came in today.
Okay.
We have the McGillis Schwalbe Graze now.
The Schwalbe. The blue Schwalbe.
Cotton swab, that's why I want to say it.
Cotton Schwalbe.
You built the normal one.
I built, right. That was the normal and the commander type,
Yeah.
I guess you could call it.
So I got McGillis's, this is McGillis, he's the blue one.
Right.
And if you look here, just like your Graze, this Graze comes with some parts for the Barbatos.
Okay, so I guess I'm wondering, like every other 100 release is going to have more and more parts
We
for the
were
Barbatos.
kind of joking about that, and it
Maybe that's
looks like
going
that's
to be
the case,
it. So
maybe you can build the ultimate Barbatos
right. You have
by
to
the end of the 1/100 line here.
buy them all to get the ultimate Barbados.
Yeah, so actually this is something that I've got at home and I will be building, and I'll be showing on the show next week. I think your Kimaris is coming on next week.
Okay.
So we'll have another, you know, what is it? Iron-Blooded Orphans type of
Another
episode.
Iron-Blooded Orphans.
I almost said Build Fighters. I'm still in Build Fighters.
I kind of miss Build Fighters.
Now I have this large box here. It's quite large. This is the Death Stinger and Zoids. Now I think Ryan and I first got a glimpse of this when we went to one of the Wonderfests and Kotobuki had their booth there. And as the release date approached, people started writing in YouTube comments or comments like, "When you get the Death Stinger, can you show us? Can you show us?"
I can see why. I mean,
Yeah,
it just looks.
It's awesome.
It's really awesome.
Of course, all the Zoids kits that come like these kind of large boxes, people get super excited for. This came in at the very end of December, and we weren't able to do anything with it at that time because we were all busy, you know, at the end of the year, preparing for our year-end break. As you can see, you're getting a lot of stuff in this box here.
Like master grade size.
Yes, exactly. Well, a little bit taller. We'll whip these out really quickly here. If anything catches our eye. You can see that the armor has, you'll see in a minute, has a kind of a
metallic
shiny
sheen.
metallic sheen to it. We've seen those in some of the frames for some of the master grade kits and whatnot. Quite large pieces as well here for some areas of the kits. And more frame, and then you start seeing the claws here.
Okay.
Because this is the Stinger, he's got some claws, lots of frame parts.
Yeah.
Where's the Zoid core? I didn't find the Zoid core. Here it is, they're always in the bottom of the box. There is the Zoid core. Along with a couple of little tiny pieces of a pilot and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, we can't go into like these plastic bags, we're not going to rip them apart. But don't worry, because, you know, Ryan is always excited for Zoids, but of course he's going to Africa. So he came to us just before, you know, he left last day of work, and he's like, "I'm not going to be able to do it, Sid. What do you think?" And, you know, I looked at this guy, and Ryan handed this box, not this box exactly, but handed the box to Todd and said, "Todd, can you have it done by the time the new year starts?"
I think so.
Todd, were you able to get it done?
I was able to finish it. It was my Christmas present, I guess you could say.
All right, so why don't you share your Christmas present with everybody else?
Okay. Okay, guys, so here we have it. It's the Death Stinger. As you can see, it's a pretty big kit, and it's really, I have to say, it's really magnificent looking. It's nice and big, but we'll talk about this more in a bit. First up, let's talk about something else first. Now, normally when you build the Zoid kits, you have some stuff like on this Liger here. You'll have some working pistons. They'll move in and out like that. Kind of just a cool little feature. But the Death Stinger, it didn't have any moving pistons like that. Instead, its pistons, if you can see them here, maybe it's easier for me to leave them on the board.
Those be small.
Those are small, and you can see they're not going to really move. So basically, these things there's two halves and they snap together like that, and that's your piston. Now, there are 8 legs on the Death Stinger, and each leg has a set of 3 pistons, 3 tiny little pistons. So these can be a bit fun to clean up when you have to clean up all these parts. And they are a bit visible on the leg, so you really should do a good job when you put this kit together.
You mean the gate mark, right?
The gate mark, try and get that nice and smooth so it doesn't show too bad. But
I guess Gundam marker would help in that
a
situation.
Gundam marker might help, or just something that you can really kind of polish the plastic after you've cut it. It's this plastic has it's different than a Bandai metallic plastic. Well, I guess they do have something similar to this kind of gold they've used on some previous Bandai kits. It's not the plated kind, it's the molded in gold. But if you polish it up, kind of, maybe with like one of those fingernail polish sanding sticks they have, then that would look pretty good. So the piston just kind of slides in there like that, and that's basically all you have for the pistons on this kit. They don't move at all. You have the joint here. So I'm going to show you, the kit was almost finished. I just left one leg apart so you guys could kind of see what's involved with putting this kit together. Now this leg is just basically the 2 gray halves with the polycap part in the middle put together. And down here on the bottom you have a foot. Now these feet, they do have a standard looking silver thing to stand with, but also it can open up if you want to give it a bit more extra stability, or if you like your scorpions to have that high heel look, then you can open them all up on the 8 legs. But you can leave it. I've just left them closed on mine. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's put this last leg together. Alright, so here we have some extra color parts. Now these just add some extra color into the details for this kit. Kind of just thinking about Bandai kits, sometimes this type of thing you'll just get a sticker to put on the kit, but the Zoid kit, I guess maybe because it's the cost, they actually molded in the separate colors like that, so it looks nice. And then these legs just kind of go together like so. And that's basically all there is to it.
Seems like the connection is pretty, how do you say, firm.
Yeah, the connection, I found the connection for pretty much all the polycaps on this kit. The connections felt pretty firm. There was really no really loose polycaps that I thought when I was building it. That's good. They hold it pretty good. And
with that
massive
body.
The thing, you can kind of hear it moving around, but I do wonder after a while, if you've been moving this kit around, if you like to play with the kit and move the arms, eventually those polycaps will probably wear out and loosen up, but
nature of the beast.
That's just how it is. So we have some extra color armor pieces, and they just slot on the kit. Nothing much to it. And you have your armor piece that just also slides right over. And you have these little... Now when you're building this kit, you get like a whole block of these little these little caps. They go on, and you'll see on the kit once I bring it back, they're all over the place, so they just go on like that, and that's basically all there is to the legs. Now you do have to put together 8 of these, so after a while you might be kind of sick of building these legs.
I know that feeling.
I did all 8 of them in one night, but just cleaning up these pistons, that actually took the longest.
Have you built any of these Strike Freedom kits? You know, with the Dragoons?
I'm trying to remember.
If you get on to like the Dragoons for say the perfect grade, it's like an assembly line. Like you have to do the same thing, and it's like 8 to 16 times. Again. Of course, it looks awesome when it's done, but
but to get there, you have to really snap it together. All right, so let's bring back the Death Stinger.
Man, this thing's huge.
Yeah, this thing it's a pretty good size kit here. All right, now you can see I'm missing a leg, so let's go ahead and let's snap this thing back in here. There we go. And now it's completed. the Death Stinger.
It's bigger than I thought it was. Like I saw it in prototype stage at like the Wonderfest, and I think I saw it at the Tokyo Model Show. But actually seeing it here in front of me, it looks even bigger.
Yeah, it's a real beast. You have to say. But I have to say it's a really impressive kit, impressive looking, and it was a joy to build, I have to say. All right, so let's take a look at all of the different features that we do have on this kit. All right, so we have the 8 legs. Now the movement for the 8 legs, they can of course move up and down or all around, flatten it out. But like I was mentioning earlier, those polycaps, they're a bit stuff, so if you really want to have a flat-looking scorpion, you can flatten it all.
The roadkill scorpion.
The roadkill scorpion. He's been run over by a liger or something. Alright, so yeah, the legs, I don't know, there's not much to comment about on the legs other than you have 8 of them and you can pose them, put them in different poses. You can open up the feet like I kind of showed earlier if you want to give it a bit more stability. You can do that for all of them. Now, into the front, let's move on over to the front. So you do have the big scorpion claws, and of course, they open and they close.
Nice.
So they have that going for them also, and they've got some nice movement. There's also an extra blade on the back. This thing can fold in and out however you want to have it posed. Now the claw does have one hidden feature that you can't really see right now, but let me go ahead and show it for you. The claw, if you open it up like that and push back the pink piece, it reveals a cannon. And also there's a little lever on there. You can pull it out, you can extend it out so he can go around and he can shoot stuff if he wants to. Pew pew. Just blast away. Cool. Yeah, it's a nice, it adds a nice look to it. I don't know, I think I prefer it with the closed one, but
Yeah, it'll look more like a scorpion if it doesn't have the cannons, but
right.
It's supposed to be a robot, right?
It's a robot.
Fighting machine.
I'm sure somebody out there will want to play with it, so you can let your dreams run wild.
There you go.
Alright, so let me show you the pilot. So of course the pilot's going to, he's the brain of the outfit. He's going to be in here and piloting the thing.
Does he work eight legs independently?
I hope they would have a computer system to do that. Oh, so he has this flap on the head. It can kind of open and close. There's nothing really to that though, but
I think it just maybe if you tilt the head back, it'll allow it to,
allow you
that's cool
to do that. But oh yeah, once you've bent this out of the way, you can kind of reveal the face of the scorpion that's hiding underneath that clear pink plastic.
Do the mandibles, do they move as well?
The mandibles do move, and the mandibles move independently from each other.
Okay.
So if you want, you
I
can
see.
figure out however you want to pose these mandibles. If you want them really wide, spread out, like they're coming for you, or closed up, either way. But yeah, they open, they close.
Nice.
And let me see if I can maybe bend it down a bit so you can see him better. But inside here, there's another door, and inside
There he is.
there's your pilot. He's just one solid silver piece, and with this kit, I'm not too sure how it is on the other Zoids, but there is no stickers included at all. Everything is molded into color, so no stickers for any of the panels or anything. It's a sticker-free kit. I don't know how
That's a good thing.
how much some of you really love stickers or whatnot. But, so that's the head. That's the pilot in the head. You can feel it's pretty solidly put together here. Got a nice creak going on.
Yeah.
You can hear it. Alright, so now let's go on to the body. Now let me show you, there's something hidden away inside of his body. Now on top of here, we do have, he's got an extra set of guns. Now these ones, they don't extend out. They're just by themselves. This scorpion's got a lot of firepower. I have to say, for being a scorpion. Alright, so let me show you something. This just plugs right into the tail. So if you want to have the scorpion look, but maybe you don't like this extra piece sitting on the back, you could always take it off too. And underneath his shell is a secret waiting. Da-da-da. And there we have it. Inside this kit, I guess probably the same with the other Zoid kits.
Yeah.
You have the Zoid core.
That's cool.
Now I made sure to trim the plastic so I could remove this easily to show you guys, but yeah, you can pull it out and you've got a marble, but try not to lose.
If you do lose it, replace it with a real marble.
Right, although you have to drill a hole into a marble or cut off this plug, I guess, if you want to replace it with another marble. The Zoid core has a little peg inside of it that will plug right into it, but yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's something you'll never see, but it's it's cool to know that it's there, and it just adds something extra fun when you're putting the kit together. Wow, it's got a nice Zoid core. It's clear, it's awesome. And underneath the shell, as you can see, there's a lot of nice detail, I have to say, underneath here. You've got some pipes for the operation, and they try to give it a nice realistic look, I should say. But yeah, it's pretty cool feature. Let me show you how the tail unit actually kind of plugs in separately. So this whole unit can unplug from the Scorpion. I don't know if you'd ever really want to or need to, but
I think it's just how the assembly is, like by section.
right.
I think if you look at the Ligers, how their assembly is you build the torso, and you actually build like the hind part of the body, and then you kind of plug them together. So this might be similar.
Kind of similar to that. Now I don't know if I mentioned it before, but this is actually the first Zoid kit that I've ever built.
Oh, you started with one of the best ones.
Yeah, I have to say so. Of all the other Zoid kits that I've seen before, this is probably my favorite design. Because mechanical tigers or mechanical dinosaurs, I've mentioned before in previous episodes, I kind of like more realistic type designs, and for a robot or kind of armored unit that's going to be moving, the Scorpion, I think, lends itself really well to mechanic type of design. Alright, so that's the body. Now, moving on to the back end, I should say, we got some back claws. Back claws, or...
Those thrusters above them?
I'm not sure if there's thrusters or if they're supposed to be extra cannons.
Okay.
I'm kind of wondering, because I think maybe if you really wanted to, he could turn these things around,
the other way.
and he could add some extra firepower. So
He's coming for you.
if you want to have it posed like this, then you could just move them around, go on for an extra blasting spree. But I think traditionally these are kind of pointing towards the back. Maybe like a tail gunner type thing on one of those B-17 bombers. Protect itself from something coming from behind. Alright, so yeah, those are the rear end claws there. Something you don't actually see on other Scorpions that I'm aware of. Although I've never lived in Australia. I hear they have some pretty crazy stuff in Australia. It's a possibility.
That's right. There's a species as yet undiscovered.
Not yet. It's somewhere out there in the sands of Western Australia. Alright, so let's take a look at the tail. Now the tail. The traditional pose is going to be firing towards the front, kind of just bent up, just like you would see on a normal Scorpion. And its stinger on the end of its stinger, we do have a nice... Actually, there's 5 cannons. There's a big one in the center, and we have 2 smaller ones on the outside. But the big one in the center, if you want, you can... Whoops, as I pull the top off. You can extend it out a bit.
Nice.
Give it some extra range, I guess. If he wants to fire at something really far, extend it, put it in, however you want. You can open the claws You can have them more closed. These guns, they extend in, they extend out. It's nice for posability, however you want to pose it. And of course, the tail itself, it does move, and each one has a joint. This is also kind of fun to put together since you've got a lot of it. And on the sides of the tail, it has flaps that'll open up.
Okay. Oh, that's
So,
cool.
Yeah, just a nice little added feature. Give it extra look to it. So you can close those up. Just leave them closed. If you really want, you could probably turn this around too. Give it a nice long tail look if you want.
It's quite long when you extend it out like that.
Yeah, that's well, gosh, this cutting mat that it's on is A3 size,
Yeah.
so this kit takes up the whole cutting mat pretty much.
Yeah.
So that's 420 millimeters there,
Yeah.
pretty much, from if you have that extended. But for me personally, I kind of prefer the traditional Scorpion look with it
Yeah. Yeah.
curved over and
Poised and ready to strike.
right. He's going to get you with his extra cannons in the front. Alright, so let me show you the belly. There's not a whole lot to report on the belly, but just so you guys can see. The belly, as you can see, the underside, not a whole lot of details, not a whole lot to show, but it does have some mounting points if you want to use it with, in the manual it said there's some kind of kotobukiya display that you can put it on, but to be honest, with the 8 legs, I think it probably looks best just standing by itself without, no stand is really going to be needed. And it does have these extra thrusters hidden underneath the belly. I guess whenever the Scorpion, whenever he wants to jump somewhere, probably just opens up those doors and fires his blasters and flies away.
Jumps.
He can jump. A jumping Scorpion. I hope that doesn't exist. Although, I guess with Australia, you never know. Oh, I have to apologize for our Australian viewers. I really do love your country.
We're not insinuating that it's crazy there.
We're not insinuating it's crazy, and even though I am American, I have to be honest, I really do love Vegemite. That was an odd discovery. I don't know, I like the taste of Vegemite. It's nice, it's rich, it goes good on some toast with some butter.
You and Ryan can have a discussion about that, because he talks about Vegemite quite often.
It's good. Have you tried it?
No.
Oh, you should try. You gotta try. And it's good with potato chips too. That was kind of something weird I discovered one time.
I'm not going to ask. All I had left was potato chips and Vegemite.
And potato
It was
chips
3 days
dipped in
before payday.
Vegemite. Salty goodness. All right, so I guess maybe we should switch it back over here to the Death Stinger. But yeah, I have to say I really love the look of this kit. This is, in my opinion, this is probably the best Zoid kit that there is.
Yeah.
It just has, it's a really awesome look. I really like the color choice, the purple and the pink. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good color choice. They didn't go with a standard brown or something, so it kind of adds a bit of extra flair to it. It's got a number of nice little hidden features inside of it, and the details I thought they were molded pretty crisply. It's the plastic was okay, but like I mentioned, this is my first Zoid kit, and I was pretty impressed with it, to be honest. Okay, so that's the Death Stinger.
That thing's awesome.
It's a really awesome looking kit, isn't it?
It's awesome. And it looks awesome, but then like as he showed, like all the little things it can do and the things that go into making it. Yeah, it's awesome. I want to build one now.
Haha, it's mine.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky. That's a free time on the break. That's what it came down to.
Lots of free time.
There you go. So what happens after you move? Right? You move here. Todd just started, if you didn't know. So you moved here very recently. And in Japan, moving costs quite a bit of money.
Yes.
So I moved to Sano, closer to work, of course, like 7 months ago. And I'm in the same boat. Like once you get here and you have to pay all the moving fees and everything.
Right.
Then you're like, okay, I guess I'm going to stick at home and eat bread for
Eat
the
bread
next
for
few
the
weeks.
next few
next
months.
few months until you start saving money again and go
Right.
places.
I gotta pay for my washing machine.
Yes. So after I moved, I ended up building a lot of stuff too because I wasn't going anywhere. So I know
Well,
the feeling.
one of these days I'll get out and about again.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully it won't be snowing by then.
That's true.
We're in the middle of winter over here. Okay. So this is the part of the show where Ryan normally reads the comments, but I'm going to ask you to do that in his stead. If you're and I'm
Okay,
just gonna
sure.
take this over here for now. Don't worry, I'll get it back.
All right, so let's move on to the comments then. What?
Sorry, I took it too long.
His head. Okay, so here we go. We have first comment is from 01. He says, "Love Star Wars: The Force Awakens. For Sid, my wife willingly watched the first 6 Star Wars films,
Oh, you got to keep her there. Nice.
and she actually enjoyed the story. Love the V2. Nice to see Todd is going to be part of the show for a while. Hard to believe episode 200 is coming. Thanks for all the years of great episodes, and here's to many more."
Yep. Well, Star Wars Force Awakens, watching it with your significant other and having them enjoy it,
Right.
it's a major breakthrough, I feel.
Definitely a keeper.
Definitely. Exactly. Now, episode 200 is coming. It's interesting that, you know, if you look back at episode 1, I don't know why anybody would, but if you look back at episode 1, it's just me.
Right.
And I'm kind of by myself for like the first 40 episodes.
Just sitting at a desk.
Yeah. Or I'm going out in the warehouse or on the parking lot or something. Ryan joined me, and we did a number of episodes since 41. And then, of course, we've had other people come on the show and help. And Lindsay have been helping us out. Now Todd's here helping us out. So the evolution of Gunpla TV is you can kind of chart it by the amount of people that pop into the episodes and things like that. So who knows? Maybe we'll have like a whole crew here.
It could be.
That's
Never
right.
know the future.
That's right. We'll have like a whole like production house studio.
Gunpla TV
We'll get on
crew.
an empty plot of land out there. We'll put up a big studio.
Oh,
No, we won't. This is all pipe dream on my part.
dreaming, dreaming,
200's
dreaming.
coming and it's going to be cool. That's about it. That's all I got.
Okay, stay tuned.
There you go.
All right, so the next comment is from Lotto77. Can I get a belated perfect grade master race fist bump for when I got my unicorn?
Yeah, I can do that. All right. Fist bump coming at you, Wallace.
All right, fist bump for you.
All right. There you go. Hopefully I didn't wreck the mic in that. But yeah.
Yeah, still good. All right,
PG Master Race.
BG Master Race. Still happy that I managed to get it in the first batch, which coincided nicely with my birthday.
Well, there you go. That's
Happy
a nice
birthday. Also, you were saying that Japanese people love to queue, but can
do.
they out-queue the British?
The British? I don't know. Dude, I imagine like there's 2 kinds of queues in Japan, I feel. There's the queue where something's good, so you line up because you want to get it.
Right.
And then there's the queue because something's new and you want to experience it and say you've experienced it. Like we live in Sano. Sano is famous for ramen.
Right.
So there's on the weekends or long weekends, almost any of the ramen restaurants kind of near our office. And
They're
lined
super
up.
crowded.
Yeah, they have people lining up just to eat their noodles.
Right.
I can't imagine why they do that. Ramen's okay, but
Yeah, and Sano ramen is.
yeah,
I prefer the thicker tonkotsu with the pork bone broth.
yeah. Okay, but you're new to Sano, so you
I'm
gotta
new to
acquire
Sano.
the taste of Sano ramen. But they also line up for like new things, like of course they'll line up for the new Apple iPhones or whatever.
Right,
else.
right.
That's normal. We see that in America and everywhere else. But they line up like they open up like a popcorn like restaurant in Omotesando, the trendy part of Tokyo. You go in there and choose what kind of flavored popcorn you want and get a bag.
Right.
And the lineup is like 300 people long just to get popcorn. Just to get popcorn, Todd. Popcorn.
That's just how it is here. I mean, Krispy Kreme, they still have queues.
Yeah,
lines
I
for
know.
the queues in front.
I walked by Krispy Kreme the weekend they opened it in Shinjuku, and it was raining, and they had people out there with umbrellas handing out things. But people are lining up to get donuts, but people are also giving free donuts to people. So I would just walk up and get a free donut,
And then take
and
off.
then get my donut and go. Everybody's still lined up. Yeah, I beat the system.
Well, they want more to take home because in Japan also you have to.
Oh,
whenever you travel, you
yeah.
have to bring home stuff for the other people in your home. So
That's right. I got my
you can
gift.
get the free one,
My
but
miyage.
you gotta get that omiyage for your coworkers and
Yeah.
boss, and it's gotta be a good one for the boss.
Yeah. The best donut.
The best donuts.
What if I just brought one free donut and gave it to him?
Then you got the coworkers to
Yeah,
do
I
it.
know. It's very. There's a word in Japanese is mendokusai, which can
Mendokusai.
kind of translate as like a pain in the ass. And sometimes this gift giving thing can be mendokusai.
Can be
Like when I
mendokusai.
travel, it's cool. Like when I see a new place,
Right.
whatever else, I take some pictures. My wife's like, okay, now we have to buy the things that we have to bring back to like your office or my office.
Right.
Or, my mom or our friends. So we spend like before we're trying to get on the airplane or the bus or wherever it is.
Right.
We're spending like an hour in the gift shop.
Just buying
Just
stuff.
buying gifts that I won't have.
Bring an empty suitcase just to bring all this
Or
stuff
you have to
home.
mail it back.
Ah.
Yeah. Mendokusai.
Mendokusai.
All right, enough of that. Oh, I should say that I've never been to Britain, so I don't know how they do
Yeah,
that.
I've never been to Britain either, but I want to go there someday. I'd like to
Yeah.
go to that Telford model show they have
Well,
there.
there you go.
Someday.
Okay. I just want fish and chips. They have those in Britain, right?
I believe so.
All right.
All right, so the next comment from D000. Whoa! Ryan doesn't like tacos? Right in my feels. Great show again, guys. Coming from a newly devoted fan.
That's awesome. Ryan did say last week, because the winner of the kit last week was I like tacos. Ryan said I don't like tacos. But in this winner's defense, he did say I was referring to the homemade tacos, which of course everybody loves.
Right. Well, I'm from Southern California too, so I grew up with tacos.
Yeah.
All different kinds of tacos. Bad tacos, good tacos. Tacos are tacos. I love tacos.
Did it get you in the feels when Ryan said he didn't like them?
A little bit, but I'm California too. I'm laid back. I don't really care. Whatever.
All right. I'm Canadian. I also don't care.
Whatever.
Okay.
I love them.
Next.
All right, so the next comment is from BME84. Oh, wow. That Gelgoog would be super sweet. P.S. I got all your references, so I guess I'm old too.
Yep.
Welcome to the old club.
Do you know what I was talking about? I don't know if you watched the episode when Ryan did the comments.
Ah.
I said, got milk.
Got
And,
milk. I know
where's
got
the
milk.
beef? We talked about where's the beef.
Where's the beef?
I've fallen and I can't get up. Yeah.
The old lady.
All those things from.
I hope she's been helped by now.
That's right. That's like 20 years ago. Somebody must have picked her up at some point. Whether she went to the hospital or the morgue is a different story. All right. Before we get a little too dark here, let's cheer ourselves up with giving away some prizes.
Sure. All right.
I'm going to give you back the Death Stinger. All right. Now, before I read the prize winners, I want to read one comment that it made my day, Todd.
Oh.
Sometimes you're slogging through work, or it's a Thursday or Friday and you're tired or whatever else. But I read the comment and I literally laughed out loud. Now, if you don't remember, we are giving away the Gelgoog.
Gelgoog.
And when I brought it out on the show to show everybody kind of what I'd done with it, I showed that I'd only got the frame done.
Right.
Got the frame done here. And I hadn't put any of the armor on. So, of course, everybody's excited to win it. It's a good prize.
Yeah.
But here's a comment from Zero Convoy. So I'm going to read this because it's funny, but you didn't win the Gelgoog. I'm sorry. It's a random number thing, but I loved your comment. He says, in regards to that Gelgoog, I will finish what you started. Signed Kylo Ren. That's perfect timing. I laughed so loudly that people started looking at me weird again. So, yes. Somebody who's the winner of this will finish what I started.
Hopefully. Or it will go onto someone's shelf of doom and never be finished.
That's right. I'll put this here for now because I think I got to give the try-on away first.
Ah.
The try-on, I give the smaller kits away to the first. So episode 193, we had almost 200 comments.
Oh, okay.
I think it might be past that now. So the winner of the try-on is number 145, Lincoln Rules. Now, I remember this name. I think he's won something in the past. So if this is a repeat winner, then congratulations. But he says, that Gelgoog would be an awesome project.
That's
Of course
right.
it would.
It
But
would.
you get the try on instead. I hope you're satisfied with this prize.
It's still
and
a
not
good
this
kit.
prize. Don't think about what you lost. Think about what you gained.
Yeah.
All right? All right, Lincoln rules. All right, so now the Gelgoog. Somebody's going to finish what I started. This goes to come at number 141. So they're kind of grouped
Ooh.
together. And it's Grey Wolf HGX. And he said, nice kit. That's
Nice
all.
kit.
Nice kit. It is a nice kit. You're going to get to experience it. Once again, I will contact you via email, and you'll have to give me your full name and address, and then I will send it off to you. Please allow me a couple of days to get organized. Now I got to talk about what we're giving away on this show. I got to give this to you because I need space, okay?
Let me take this.
Okay, so here's some space for myself. So it occurred to me that when we were organizing this episode and how much time we would have to film and everything, that we're only really showing this Death Stinger, which is a Kotobukiya kit. So I thought, well, maybe I'll give away some Kotobukiya stuff. And I actually happen to have three Kotobukiya kits that I had gotten, I had received as like, how do you say, promos? Yeah.
Okay.
So, I have 3 kits here.
It's a
None of them are built. These are all new.
Really?
So whoever wins these is going to win new things.
new kits today.
So the first one is the D-Style Megatron.
Oh, okay.
So you'll get to assemble a model of the D-Style Megatron, whoever the winner is. Now I have a weapon set for the Armored Core verdict day.
Okay.
So anybody, we showed Armored Core on the show. Todd, this is before your time, but you know what
Before
Armored
me.
Core is,
I know
right?
what they are.
Yeah, so you can get these weapon sets that will go with the mecha in that series.
Right.
They're really cool. So
If you wanted to customize, you could probably get it to work with the Gundam.
oh, I'm sure you could. So there's a weapon set for Armored Core, and now Broken Blade. This anime I think only lasted 1 season, and this was the main suit from it, the Delphine. We didn't go into it too much because we didn't really follow the anime. The only time I remember seeing it is I was watching it over someone's shoulder who was playing it on their smartphone on the train. So this is a few years ago when I was taking the train. But I managed to pick up one of the Delphine kits before it went discontinued. They don't make these anymore.
Yeah, so
So
rare item today.
That's right. I'm going to give it away in this stack of Kotobukiya. So it's a Kotobukiya giveaway episode
Okay.
to celebrate the Death Stinger release or review, anyway. So to win these, usually Ryan says this, but I will explain it.
Sure.
You have to go to episode 194 of Gunpla TV on HobbyLink.tv, our blog, and leave a comment there. And you are eligible to win. You're entered to win the random drawing. We pick a number, read the comment, and you're a winner. So there's going to be 3 winners next week on episode 195.
Okay.
Now, next week, I think I already mentioned, I have the McGillis Graze to bring in.
McGillis.
You have
The
something-
Kimaris.
The Kimaris, and there's the 2 new kits that come in time for next week's episode. They were literally
Oh, that's
MSA and MSB.
Right.
But now we have them, and we'll be able to say the proper names and show everybody what they are and pull them out in the show.
Right.
Yeah, and that will be kind of the end of January.
Okay, end of the first month of 2016 is already
Yeah,
here.
so it's not a bad start. All right, so for those of you, you follow us on HobbyLink.tv. Remember, we are available on Facebook. We're on Reddit. We're on Tumblr. We're on Twitter.
What else?
We're all over the
Instagram?
place. Yeah. I don't know if we're on Instagram yet.
don't
Don't give
know.
anybody any ideas.
No idea.
Should we be on Instagram? I don't know. We're on most major things anyway, those social media type things. Of course, you can send us an email if you have any questions, or leave a comment, and we'll try to get back to you and answer those.
Right.
Remember, we are sponsored by HobbyLink Japan, HLJ.com. So,
HLJ.
help us out, pick up your kits from us, and thank you for enjoying the show,
All right.
and we'll see you guys later.